Hey, good morning guys and welcome to Lapland with us too. We are here visiting the Salpa line. The Salpa line is one of the biggest fortification line here in Finland. The construction of the Salpa line began in March 1940 after the end of the Winter War. The purpose of this defense fortified line was to protect Finland's eastern border. The plan was to fortify the entire eastern national frontier, beginning from the Gulf of Finland and reaching all the way to the shores of the Arctic Ocean. One of the sites of the Salpa line in Kuusamo was this where we are now today. It's Vantajankangas. The German Lapland Army, AOK Lapland, had a field railway built from Hyrynsalmi to Kuusamo during 1942 to 1944. The Kenttärata field railway was built to improve the running of supplies to the German troops in the Kiestinki area. The construction of the Kenttärata field railway was the responsibility of the pioneer troops of the German Lapland Army. In addition to the pioneers, the railway was built by the workers of the TOD organization, OT, engineering group. The OT laborers were professionals, handymen, conscripted laborers, convicts and prisoners of war of various nationalities. Yeah, so here it starts. This is already like remains of some building which has been here by the water. This is a reconstruction of a double row anti-tank obstacle. The purpose of the anti-tank obstacle was to stop the enemy tanks from advancing and, if possible, direct them to a location where they could be destroyed with cannon fire. During 1940-1941, some 950 meters of mainly double-row anti-tank obstacles were built in the Vantajankangas fortification area. Displayed here is a restored Salpa line covered machine gun post. During 1940 to 1941, a total of 15 covered machine gun posts were built in the Vantaja fortification area. At this location stood the railway yard and buildings of the Kenttärata field railway feed station. The railway yard was 265 meters long and contained 5 switches. You can still see that there has been like there's almost no trees here, and of course now everything is gone from the buildings, but you can imagine because here's also these places still open. Trenches everywhere. These are the old ones which they haven't been doing again to look like, but here are the ones what they have been fixing, but still they say they are too weak to go inside. There are stations, definitely. Now we are at the covered machine gun post. The Caponier fortification, a restored covered machine gun post, is part of the Salpa line Vantaja fortification area. The inside of the covered machine gun post is spacious, 2.3 times 2.3 meters. Inside it, facing the loophole, is a table for the support of the Maxim machine gun. The walls, roof and floor of the machine gun post were built from logs felled on site. The roof and front wall were reinforced with several layers of timber, rocks and soil. Moss and other undergrowth were mainly used for camouflage. So after Finland made a deal with Russia, Finland had to drive the German forces out from the country, to push the German forces out from the country. On 26th of September 1944, after the Germans had withdrawn from this area, the Red Army arrived and they started the occupation of Kuusamo. Before their retreat back over the national border on the 18th of November 1944, the Soviets blew up all the Salpa line hardened field fortifications, concrete bunkers here in Kuusamo. So now we are here at the machine gun bunker number 10, but the Red Army was blowing it to pieces, so there's really nothing to see. Some steel wires, thumb thick, coming out from the ground, but that's about it. And of course some trenches also on this side. It started to rain, but since we are not ready yet with this tour, there is icing on the cake. And this icing on the cake is this. The memorial stone of all the fallen German soldiers who died here between 1941 and 1944. And they were the SS soldiers, the infamous SS soldiers. Ihre Ehre hieß Treue. That's one of the slogans of the Schutzstaffel, the SS. That's also a slogan which is telling us how blindly the soldiers were trusting Hitler. Well, not all of them were bad guys. They were also just totally normal guys. And as we know, the German soldiers did not do lots of bad things up here in Lapland and in Finland like they did in some other countries. Because we were brothers in arms with the Germans. Of course, in the end of war, when Finland made a pact with the Red Army and Soviet Union, Finland had to push the Germans out from the country. And that was not so nice, of course, from both sides. Otherwise, there was no bigger problems. Oh yeah, they did burn, for example, Rovaniemi when they were going out. But yeah, there was not big blood shedding happening.